back with a second video, guys. So we're going to fly straight into this. In this topic, I want to talk about the female's mindset in today's society. And before I get deep into this, I just want to say, and I want to make this very, very clear, that I'm not talking about all females. Absolutely not. There are females in this world, and a lot of them on this channel, that have great mindsets, that know what they want, and they are not about this bullshit either. And I also want to state that there are men the exact same way there are females in today's society. They do the exact same shit. But let me just speak here on these select females that I am talking about. Okay, so no matter what I say, understand that I'm not talking about every single female, and none of you girls either. So let's get into this. In my opinion, and from what I see, from what I know, the female's mindset in today's society, I don't even know if I could call any of these females women. I'm very serious. And what I mean by that is all I see is a bunch of overgrown girls that did not mature. They still have that high school mentality. And like I said, don't get me wrong, there are guys like this too. But I think a lot of it has to do with these toxic females. I think, in my opinion, just from what I've seen, I think things are the way they are because of these entitled girls that don't want to grow up. I think there's a lot of toxic guys. I think a lot of these toxic females created a lot of these toxic guys. I really do believe that. Wholeheartedly. I do believe that. Because these guys don't want to miss out on females at any age. They don't want to go in their young 20s without getting females and stuff like this. So they're going to stoop down to these girls' level. Now they're stuck. They're stuck just with them. Because now none of them want to grow up. Because if the guy matures, the guy grows up, he's not going to get all these immature little girls that don't want to grow up. Because he's going to be way more mature. The girls are going to be intimidated by him. This is what happens. And I really believe things are the way they are because of this. And these mature guys, don't get me wrong, they'll still get laid. They'll still get some. Maybe just not as much. Because these guys that don't want to mature, they're still spending all their time, they're still spending all their weekends partying, running these games, in the girls' DMs, Snapchat, whatever platform you want to talk on. We all know everybody does this, and their mission, their objective is to literally get girls. They're not focused on their life. They're not focused on their purpose at all. They're not focused on this stuff, the more important stuff, and they're going to pay a heavy ass price because of it. You shouldn't stoop down to these girls' level and do what they want you to do, because you're going to, like I said, you're going to pay a price when you get older. These girls are going to get older, they're not going to want you anymore. Why? Because now you're both older and you don't cut your shit together because you were busy chasing around females because you wanted to get laid. And I believe a lot of these guys turn toxic and start leading on a bunch of girls themselves. That's what I really think happens. That's how I think all this shit happens. And I've literally talked to a girl that told me straight up, I just want to have fun until I'm 30 and then get married. Basically what she's saying. And this is the mindset of a lot of women. Not all, like I said, I have to say it every damn time. But this is the mindset of a lot of women in today's society. They just want to have fun until they're 30 and then get married. That's disgusting. It really is. Who do you think you're going to marry? Who the hell do you think you're going to marry? Do you think you're going to be able to lock down the best that you could have got? Absolutely not. Not even close. You're going to have something way worse than what you could have had. Because you made this decision. All the highest value males are going to be taken by the time you get 30. These women have such delusional mindsets. I actually believe in this bullshit. And they think they're going to get a very high value male when they're 30. And they spent all their 20s and their late teens getting dug out. Digging stick after digging stick after digging stick. And you think you're going to get Prince Charming? Give your head a shake. You ain't getting shit. You're going to be stuck on the street. And you're not going to be satisfied with what maybe you could get still. That's why you're still going to be on the street. Because you're going to realize you fucked up. And you can't never get these years back. You're 30 now. You can never go back. You can never change your past. You can continue to get better, but you can never change your past. You can't change all those digging sticks that went through you in your 20s. And you can't take back those years to get a better guy now. You can't do it. Because you fucked up. And I just think that's the mindset of a lot of females in today's society. And it's sad. And you guys understand that this girl was 20 years old. This girl was 20. Not 21, 20. The girl that told me this. And I was not interested in this girl in the first place. I was talking to this girl. She was good looking. But her mindset, I instantly knew I literally wouldn't do anything else besides hook up with this girl. Just because of her mindset. And even then, didn't even do it. You know? It's not worth it. And this is a girl I could hit up whenever I want. Whenever I want it. Didn't talk to her since the start of 2020. This was a long time ago, this situation. But this just goes to show what's going on. They make the excuse, it's 2020. Everyone's doing this. Now everyone's in this loop. Everyone's doing this exact same shit. Because all anybody wants to do is run games. Nobody trusts anybody. It's all just a clusterfuck. Because nobody wants to take the time to focus on themselves. Everybody's so needy. Instead of taking a step back, breathe. Think clearly. Get your intentions right. You don't have to be in the mess and in the chaos 24/7. You don't have to go to the best, hottest thing on the weekend, every weekend. These people are doing this 24/7. You can't catch a break with these people. They live all these chaotic years. The years go by, and they end up fucked. And like I said, not everybody does this. Not even close to everybody, but a lot of people. And I think a lot of good girls really mess up when they go to university. This is something else I've seen. It's something I know. So, should I say this is my opinion, or is this really facts? Because it is my opinion, but it's also facts because I've seen it. I've seen it. Seeing is believing, right? And I know what these girls are about. I know what they're about. I've seen their phones. I've seen a lot of shit. And I've done a lot of shit myself when I was younger. I was living this life. When I was in high school, that's when I had my days like this. Why? Because I'm in this blue pill society. I wasn't woke at this time. I'll say this though, I was always aware of what I was doing. I never thought, I'm going to be like everybody else. I'm just going to do what everybody else is doing. I was stuck in school, guys. I had no choice. I was stuck in that reality. I was going to finish high school and then peace. And you know what? If I would have had that college or university experience, similar shit probably would have been happening. But the truth is, I got laser focused on life after high school, got away from everybody, got away from all this bullshit, stopped hooking up with girls so much, stopped doing all this bullshit, and got laser focused on my life and got into self-improvement. And focused on myself and did what I should have done. Instead of take this blue pill way of life. This way of life that ends up getting you messed up. Not happening with me. And when I got out of high school, I just started getting better and better and better and better and better. And doing less of what I was doing in high school. It's not like I quit everything cold turkey and just got into just a perfect person doing everything perfect. I was still hooking up with girls and doing stuff like this. But I still wanted a girl in my life. The thing is, it was hard to do it. Because at that age, nobody's like wanting to do that. Unless you get really lucky. I mean, there were still girls. I could have locked down, but you know, you want to... Nobody, you're an idiot if you just want to lock down whoever, you know what I mean? What if you did that and there was somebody way better for you in life? That's the thing. That's what's scary about this shit too. What if you zigged when you should have zagged? You end up with somebody, but you wait a little bit and you wait a little bit longer. You get somebody way better for yourself. That's just how shit goes. I think about this stuff all the time. So, but anyways, I slowly stopped doing shit that I was doing in high school. I shouldn't say slowly because I made fast progress. And really did the right things, like very fast. But I was still hooking up with girls every now and then doing all this bullshit. And as the years kept coming by, I keep getting a little bit older, a little bit wiser. I'm a fast learner, guys. I'm a fast learner. That's what I'll say about me. I know what's what. I know what's up. I know it's a waste of time, and I know what's not a waste of time. And a waste of time is going out there doing everything you can to hook up with girls. It's a waste of time. Do you know how much money you spend in the process doing this? Do you know how much time you waste in the process doing this? A lot of both. A lot of both. It's never good. It's not worth it. To me, if I felt like these things were worth it, I'd probably do it. I'd probably still be doing it to this day. The thing is, I really feel deep inside of me, deep within me, none of this shit is worth it. It's not. And every time I do it, you know what? I might do something less than once a year. I might do something to remind myself it's not worth it. It's just not. Unless things come easier, then maybe we can talk. But wasting your time, wasting your money, doing all this bullshit, you just tell yourself it's not worth it. Because that's what a lot of people have to do in today's society to get women. You have to waste a lot of money to get with a girl. And a lot of, like, I didn't, but a lot of guys do. What I did do was had to waste a lot of time. Stay up all night with her. Do all this bullshit with her. Talk to her the next day. I ain't doing that bullshit. And I'm not looking anyways for senseless fly-by encounters. I got better shit to do. I got different mountains to climb. Because this mountain that we speak of, you get to the top and there's nothing there. That's what I don't do. That's what I got wiser with. Sure, it's good to hook up with girls. It's a good time. Any girls watching this, you guys know it's a good time hooking up with guys you are super attracted to. Who's going to say otherwise? But you just realize this shit is not worth it if it's not going to be about something. You know? And I honestly believe, like I said, the mindset of females in today's society, not all, but most, are ruining other guys. I believe this. And I believe there are men becoming lesser and lesser and lesser what they should be. A lot of because of these females. A lot of these guys also want a girl to lock down. But they can't do it right now because these girls are at a pretty young age and they're not taking the time to grow and evolve. They're spending all their time trying to be popular, trying to do all this bullshit. And it's making both parties a little bit messed up. And this is where I stay outside of this shit. I'm like a spectator looking down on what's going on. I see it. I know what's going on. And I don't want to be a part of it. I'm a part of something bigger than what's going on in society. They can live their short-lived weekends and let loose. All these weekends catch up to you and smack you. You guys understand how I felt after high school? I was at my worst in my life coming on to the end of high school. That's why I got so strict on self-improvement right away, because I knew I wasn't doing any of the right shit. Even though it was fun, it was a good time, I was not doing the right shit to get myself to where I needed to be in life. And a lot of people fail to understand this. A lot of people fail to develop this mindset, and I've had it at such a young age. 18, 19, I was on it. I was getting better. I was climbing the mountain I'm still climbing today at the age of 18, 19, and was letting go of a lot of bullshit. There's people that are my age right now that still can't let go. They still haven't taken step one. You know what I mean? They don't understand what they're getting into. And I shouldn't say I can't wait to see everyone take their fall, because honestly I don't want to see it. And I don't want everybody to fall, but it's going to happen. And this is just why, and it's another reason you can't save these people. You can't save everybody. A lot of these people think they're doing the right things. They're having fun. I'm young, I'm having fun. Buddy, you don't know what you're actually getting yourself into. Do you realize what you have to do and the mountains you have to climb when the party's over? There's actually a song called When the Party's Over or something like this by Billie Eilish. I forget what it's called, but it's crazy. It just makes you think, you know how depressing it is when the party's over? You know how depressing it's going to be for you when the parties are over and your short-lived moments are all over and now you have to get on your shit as a man? Do you know how many men my age and a little bit younger are not developing into men that aren't focused on life, that are going to have to be. And the fact that they weren't is the same reason why they're gonna fall so short on everything they truly want. They're not gonna get it unless they bust their ass, and still it's gonna come later than they could have had. But this is just what I see going on today. This video is really the mindset of both female and male. I really just explained both. But I think a lot of why the things are happening is because of females. And you know what? You can't really just blame the females either, because the men are no better than to stoop down to their level. But I get it. They want to chase the cat. They want to chase the pussy. Bro, you don't know what you're doing. And I get it. You're young, full of testosterone. You want to hit. I get it. But you're going to hit rock bottom. That's the only thing you're going to hit. Real talk. Real talk. I seen this shit from afar, guys. I seen what would have happened to my. It's like I looked ahead in life and seen from afar what would have happened to me if I continued this. I couldn't have continued my high school behavior even if I tried. It would have been the fakest, phoniest shit. It's all for females. You guys do realize guys do what they do at this age all for females, right? It's very sad. That's beta, bro. It is. I'm sorry, but it is. You're going this far out of your way just to get the cat? You just got something else coming, man. You really do. You're gonna see. Life is not all Skittles and rainbows and shit like that. You're gonna see it. And I put myself through the ringer at a young age and did what I should have done. You do this at a younger age, you win more when you get older. You win more in your later 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, late 30s, 40s, 50s. And the more you have fun and slack off and waste time and do dumb shit just to go after these short-lived moments, for these pleasurable moments, the more you fall when you get older. This is just the way it works. Life is painful. It's going to be painful. It might be a little bit painful to not do this outrageous shit that we speak on in your younger 20s. You might pay a bit of a price for not doing those things, like I have. But I loved it at the exact same time, because I loved what I did. But you win when you get older. Just understand that. And if you take that other route, you lose when you get older. And that's just how it goes. That's the video. And I'm pretty much going to end it right there. I don't think I got anything else to say on that, but that's just how it goes. Like, what are you going to do when you spend all your time doing that and you didn't mature as a person and you're still stuck in this high school mentality? You're in like a grown man's body or a grown woman's body, but you got this very immature way of life in your head and the way things are. And you have this blue-pilled mentality towards life in itself. You know? You're in for a rude awakening. There's so much that you need to catch up on. And you know what? If you're watching this video, Could be anybody watching this video. Could be anybody across the world. Could be anybody watching this video who might do something like this. This information, what I just said here in this talk right here, could literally save your life if you let it. I'm just thankful to God that He gave me the mindset that I have, and that He awoken me at such a young age, because I really believe some people really do think they're doing the right things. I think a lot of guys, a lot of younger guys think they're doing the right things, but they're just not woke, and they just can't see past what they're doing in the moment right now. That's something I was able to do. I was able to see what would have happened, because I look ahead in life. I live in the moment, I get shit done, and I also look ahead. And I also remember everything from the past. So it's like I got everything on point, and I do everything on point of what I should. Because when I'm doing things, it's for the future too. You got to look ahead a little bit. You got to see where you're going when you're doing certain things. Just like I looked ahead in my high school days, coming on to the end of those days when I was still partying and hooking up with girls and doing all this bullshit. I still thought it was coming on to the end of it. I still thought it was fake as fuck. It's just like you're showing up to this party because you know why you're showing up to this party. You know what you're doing here. It just got to a point where everybody was so fake in my eyes, and it was cringe. It was cringy to me. It's like, I just feel so much ahead of everybody here. I can't do this. I gotta go. And it got to a point where I started disliking the parties. I started disliking, at the age of 19, 20, the clubs and shit like this. Started disliking it. So, I think that's nothing more than a blessing. It's a sign from God. If you're watching this video, this is a sign to get your head straight. Just stop, maybe if you're doing things like this, stop doing them. And get your shit right. Get right. You know? So, I'm going to cut this video off here. I hope you guys enjoyed this talk and understand. Not all women are like this. Not all men are like this. But when you look at society, society is what we're talking about here. The blue pill society. There's red pill, the level we're on, and then there's blue pill, the society of what all these people do. That's what we're talking about. Both men and women. So, that's enough for this video. I'm going to cut it off. I'll be back tomorrow with some more stuff, guys. Until next time, peace and blessings, and have a good Monday evening. I think it's Tuesday now, actually. It's late right now. So, anyways, I'm